Glastonbury Tor. We're just walking down to the sort of wildlife areas just in front of Glastonbury, down to the ponds and lakes, and we haven't been going 3-4 minutes down the watercourse and there's a heron there. Look at this, straight in front. And hopefully we can link this onto Glastonbury to let you just see what is in this area. We're about half a mile from centre of Glastonbury. Yeah?
Has he dived?
Oh, look at that, he's got something in his mouth, look. Look, he's got a frog or something, look. Oh no, it's a shrew or something, or it looks like a mouse.
Yeah.
It's still wriggling. Yeah. Look at this. Quick, James, quick, look at this. Look at this on camera. Look there.
Yeah.
It's a mouse or something. Look at that, it's still wriggling.
Yeah,
look there, look, he's turned it round, he's killing it, look.
Oh, I didn't think they'd eaten it.
Yeah, I didn't realise it yet. He's still wriggling, so the rat or a mouse or a vole. He swallowed it, look at that. Oh, this is fantastic. We're about 80 feet away at Glastonbury. But we watched him stalking, but we never dreamt he would eat, rodents and things like that. He's still swallowing, look. But I mean, that could have been a shrew. Well, we think that might maybe a vole or a mouse or something. Just wandering down the track now. We haven't got one, we've got 2 red admirals here. I'm going to see if I can get them both on one shot. Look at that. There we are, we can see one on the left and one on the right. 2 together. Look at this, 2 red admirals on one plant. We're in the Somerset Levels here near Glastonbury. Look at that. That is incredible. About 6 feet away. We just can't believe it. You don't see this many of them. And they're opening up for us. Look at that. Look at that. It's a really still day today though. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, we'll press on a bit further. We spot an owl or a bird of prey, you look. Look at that. What sort of bird that is? It could be a buzzard. We don't know. We're on the track wandering down to nature reserve. This seems to be a bit of a wildlife hotspot to this. We're only a mile and a half from Glastonbury here, just in the front, heading down to nature reserve. But there he is, sat in tree. We can see him as clear as out. Well, I think we'll make that do and see what else we've got to come. We're more or less at Hamwall Nature Reserve now, and you see the swan and the dykes. These are the Somerset Levels. Every few sort of 100 yards we keep discovering another insect or another animal or something, but we can't always get our shot off. But we'll press on a bit. And we've just got a white egret here, right in the centre of my camera. So here we are, we're at Hamwall. Well, we're just at Hamwall Nature Reserve now, and as we like to do, we like to put on and show that there's disabled facilities here, so this is alright for the disabled. You can get round this reserve in a wheelchair, and we'll give you a quick look. And we can see there's some cormorants on the Walton Heath Trail. It's 1.5 kilometres. There's a 200 metre boardwalk for the wheelchairs, and we're going to have a quick look now. And there's a decking for the wheelchairs. So, anybody can come here. And here we've just got a couple of cormorants just sort of cooling off by the look of it with the mouths open there. We've followed the track through the RSPB reserve to Ashcott Corner. And we find there's a pub here, so let's give you a shot. There we are, it's called the Railway Inn, so it seems like a good excuse to come out for a walk from Glastonbury. It's only took us about an hour and a half, but we're not filming the path. This is something you can find for yourself. There's a sign saying Hamwall RSPB Nature Reserve and Hamwall Loop, and we think we might go back on the Hamwall Loop. But like I say, we're not giving directions, we're just showing you what you can do around Glastonbury, whether you're a bird lover, a nature lover, or if you've come here for the sort of spiritual side of it, which is quite good, we think. Look, can you see that dragonfly? Look at that size of that. Centre of my picture, you won't sit still, but back again, look at this. Well, that's not easy to film, that. Look at this, we've just picked these up. These are live mussels that have been dredged up by the machine keeping the waterways clear, and if you can see there, they're trying to open up, but you know, we're going to chuck these back in, but they're trying to open up, but they're on the bank, they won't last long. But just to show the against my hand how big these are, you know, length of my hand there.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking nearly 5 inches there. And if you can just see, he's trying to open a bit, but we'll chuck these back in water. There's hundreds of them, but you know, these 4 scenes we've picked them up, we'll chuck them back in. There we are, that's what he is inside. The absolute giants are these. And just where we've picked the mussels up, we've chucked them back now. We look straight forward in the distance, at the left hand side of the trees in the distance, we can see the Tor. We just keep heading back to Glastonbury now because we've a lot to see in Glastonbury itself. Right, we're on the Ioan Bridge now, crossing over the River Brue, just short of Glastonbury. The whole idea of this section of our, you know, film is to show you what's at Glastonbury. So if you like the wildlife and the peacefulness and the countryside, just a mile down from Glastonbury, come for a walk yourself. You don't need a map, that's why we haven't mapped it. You can find this yourself, and I think you'd enjoy it more if you do. Heading back in now, you can't really miss this walk. Well, we've just arrived at Glastonbury Abbey. Today is Tuesday the 26th of July. We've just had a busy weekend in York, taking the racegoers up into the racecourse, but we thought we'd come to Glastonbury to relax. We're in Glastonbury Abbey, and we're going to do a walk today up to the Tor. Well, we're with the guide in Glastonbury now, and we're following her around, and she's giving us a tour of the Abbey.
Here is our nativity scene. These medieval craftsmen thought, this is the Son of God, the King of all. So here is our nativity scene in a beautifully carved 4-poster bed with rich hangings, as befits a king, the King of all. He inscribed in the mud with his finger his name and that of his mother. And so when the monks rebuilt this in 1186, they made this pilgrim stone with Jesus, Maria. And you see that over the years many people have touched it there.
So we'll let the guide do as much talking as we can, because we don't know, you know, we don't know what's happening. But we're happy to listen. This is the tile floor, that how it was originally.
Yes, the rest of it is most underneath preserved.
This is fantastic.
Yes, yes. So dating from 1278 was when
1278.
approximately, yes.
Fantastic, isn't it? Sight of King Arthur's tomb here, look. And the lady's still, she's given us a good description of all the abbey as we go around with her. Doing a good job. Well, she's been great. She's been a fantastic tour guide, she has. She's been with us about an hour showing us round, and she's going back to show some more people around now. And, you know, we've had a great hour and a half with her, or an hour. The sun's shining, the sun's out, it's nice and warm. And there's people wandering around here, but there's plenty of space. It's great. And as you can hear by the noise, there's plenty of kids in that playing and enjoying the sun in the feeding the ducks on. Well, we're still in the grounds of Glastonbury Abbey, and as you can see, there's a Tor in the distance, and we'll be making our way up there, but so much to see round here first, and then we'll steadily make our way up. You're walking with a taxi driver today. There he is, that's a big carp there, look at that, there he is, you can see it waking water. There's plenty of fish in here, but I can't see hardly. Well, we nearly stood over the top of it now, there's a dragonfly just flying to the left. We're trying to get them, but they won't sit still. And we're in another part of the grounds now. And this is what the guide told us. There she is again, look, is the Abbot's kitchen. And as you're looking round, keep your eyes open for things that are unusual. And this gateway there led to the old coaching inn. But if you look to the right hand side, look at the side of the wall there. There, look how high that is. That's an old whalebone, jawbone from a whale, and it stands about, I don't know, 20 feet high, and there was 2 of them. And this is all inside the abbey. Well, we'll press on. Right, well, we're just outside the abbey now, and we're turning right. And as you can see, market day's on today, and we're turning right at the Crown and going up the High Street. Here we are, look like Peruvian, Indian, whatever. And there's a goddess conference on this week in Glastonbury, so we'll try and, you know, get a feeling for it if we can. Just making our way up the High Street now, and on your left hand side, in front of the George Pilgrim's pub, you've got like a knight there in shining armour, look. There's a lot of people around, so we're having a film as they go, but it's great as this. Just outside that pub where the knight is, there's a lot of traffic, but there's people just playing music on the street like that, you know. There's a lot of traffic, but it's good fun as this. And just playing away. And we're just on one of the back streets now. We've got like a life-size Buddha here, and there's a lad making me seem comfortable on it.
Sorry.
No, you're all right. And there we are, look at that. Just inside streets. Then just to the left, there's like a courtyard and cafe here. You can just sit out in sunshine. It's like a healing centre. Very colourful clothes are these. As you wander up the High Street, on the left hand side you'll come to the Church of St John the Baptist, and this seems to be where the sort of hippie gathering is going on in the daytime. There's singing and guitar playing and that, and we'll see if we can capture a bit of that. Then just outside the church you've got a Say No to Hinkley C power station, and so we thought we'd film that there, but hopefully later on this is where the musicians will be playing. And in the graveyard, churchyard, there's like a maze there, look. People wander around it. It's heading towards the centre spot there. It's good fun, is this? The graveyard's packed with people. Look. Yeah, it's a right little sort of a lively place. And if you look to right under trees, they've got like hippies there playing their instruments and that. That big lady there, she's just been told off by cops for having a can of beer in there, and he's made her take it outside, but they've still got a couple of cans. They do right. They're not doing no harm. Because there's plenty of benches and seats, and there's just one of the musicians there that's getting ready to, he's having a rest now, but he's getting ready to play. He's just having a read of his paper. We're still heading on up the High Street. We'll come back to this later on. So we just walked to the top of the High Street, straight over both town. You can't lose with this one. Glastonbury Tor is going to be in front of you. We keep going till we see a thatched cottage on your right hand side. We turn right there. Right, we've arrived at the base of Glastonbury Tor now, and this isn't man-made, which we thought it was. It's just natural soil erosion. It's like a hard base, sandstone. You know, there's been a church on here. The summit is St Michael's Tower. part of the 14th century church. It was built to replace the previous church, which had been destroyed by earthquake in 1275. The second church lasted until the dissolution of the monasteries in 1539. At this time, the Tor was the scene of the hanging of Richard Whiting, the last abbot of Glastonbury. Well, we're going to set off and walk up there now. All we've got to do now is climb these steps to the top. The path steadily winds round the Tor, and here we are, Glastonbury Tor. And here we are, we just take a few shots at random as we go by. Then we've got like a tiny village and a reservoir. And then just down below us we've got Glastonbury. We're steadily making our way downhill now at the other side, going back towards Glastonbury. And then as we come down off the Tor, you've got like sort of like hippie, probably from a hippie commune, sort of making and selling, you know, trinkets and that on the way down there. Look, sat on the grass under an umbrella, you know. We'll have a closer look. We'll press on a bit further now. We've just come down off the Tor now, and we've just turned in right, uphill about 100 feet, and we see this sort of place called the White Spring, and everybody's having a meditation or a little smoke or whatever, and we're going to go inside and have a look now. Then just through the door there's like a hippie temple sort of thing, but we're not allowed to go in. We're allowed to go in, but not allowed to film in there, which is a pity, because it's great in there. It really is oldie worldy, medieval, or I don't know, spiritual or whatever, but it's great. And then there's like two types of water. One's iron water and one's the other sort of water. One's, I've just been told, one's ironstone and one's limestone. And you just get down and have a drink or fill your bottle or whatever. And here we are. Well, we're at Glastonbury at the Goddess Conference. They're going to wander up to the White Spring, and some's going to get bathed and what have you, and we'll go in front of them and watch them come up. Fair bit of traffic about, so we're having a film. We're having a film across the road, but and they're just setting off to go now, some of them. And we were sat next to some of these in the pub last night. And here we are, they're still coming out. And
all the lovely banners have gone.
yeah, the banners have gone now, but they're slowly making their way. Look at that goddess. Womanspirit goddess. And these are all goddesses or whatever.
Right, I think that's your lot, Betty. We can walk on home.
And there they go, like walking down towards the White Spirit cave that we put on the other day. Just meditating in front of the church there. And this is Thursday night. And then just at the side of them, look at this. stood on one leg as well. You have to laugh at this. This is brilliant, isn't it? And he's just outside of them meditating there. And there he's got his tail, look. We followed the procession up to past the spring, and right on top of the hill there, look, you can see the Tor. And we're going back down the road now, and hopefully this will be the finish of it. Fantastic day, fantastic setting, and fantastic people. So we followed them all up. They're all going into the cave that we showed you the other day, the White Spirit cave, and but they won't allow us to film, so... But it doesn't matter, we've had a great time. Well, here we are now, back near the Abbey. We've had a great day in Glastonbury, and people have been more than happy for us to film them. And I hope we've done a good job for them. Well, you've been walking with a taxi driver today.